Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Today we're going to be talking about Call of Duty Warzone 2, and for those of you that have played Warzone 1, there's this really good feature, right? It's called Rebirth. Now, after about halfway through the life of Warzone 1, they were experimenting with the game modes, and basically the game mode that they brought in was called Rebirth. So let's say you're playing the big overall map of Warzone, right? Like on Warzone 1 or Warzone 2 right now, like I am on screen. As soon as you die, you get sent to the gulag. If you win that gulag, great, you're back in. If you lose, you're dead, especially if you're playing on solo. If you're playing as a team, then they have a chance to rebuy you, right? So essentially, what you can do is, like I'm doing right now, loot up for ages, not see anybody die, get popped, and you're like, well, I just wasted 25 minutes, right? However, this new feature that they've got is called Rebirth, right? They brought this in on Warzone 1, where essentially it's more of a team deathmatch style, where if you die, you get brought back to life, assuming your team are alive, which is such a fantastic thing. Like, your team might try and stay alive to get you back in the game. You can respawn right up until the last, few minutes of the game, and it made it so much more fun, especially for players who are, let's say, beginners or average or new to the game, or even people like me. I loved Rebirth, same for all my friends. So the question is, are they going to bring this game mode back to Call of Duty Warzone 2? Because it is by far the most popular game mode. And the simple answer is, I almost am 99% sure, yes. The answer is they will bring it back to Warzone 2. However, when are they going to bring back Warzone 2 Rebirth? Because it's not in the game yet, but it will definitely come back, I reckon. You have to think about it from an economics point of view, right? So they've got a brand new game. At the very start of the game, everybody's going to want to play it. Everybody's going to be playing it regardless of if it's good, if it's bad, if it's boring, blah, 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 right? So we're in that phase now. I'll call it phase 1. Phase 1 is just everybody's playing Warzone 2. After a while, people might start to get bored of the maps, or people that, let's say, keep coming up against these great players and dying. People will get sick of it. Most likely, this is what happened with Warzone 1, and as some people get sick of it, what they'll do, they'll stop playing. Now, they stop playing because they keep dying, or they can't get enough kills, or they're not enjoying it enough. It's not as action-packed as we would like it. So, once that we enter that phase, like, if you look on the map right now, I'm not nearby anybody, but yeah, if you look, once you get to that phase, essentially what happens is, they'll introduce new modes to try and attract players back to the game. Now, as they introduce new modes, one of the modes that they'll introduce, that we've seen DMZ, Shoot House, Third Person Warzone, but I guarantee one of the modes that they'll introduce will be Rebirth. And now, also, Rebirth happens on a smaller map, so imagine like a quarter of the size of the big map, and in that map, you respawn if you die. It's almost going to be guaranteed that they're going to bring it back. Timeline for this, so when will they bring back Rebirth? I would imagine after about month 3. I don't think they're going to wait too long, because Rebirth is such a popular thing, everybody's going to want it. However, I definitely think that they're going to try and hold off for as long as can, just so they overall maximize player numbers, because once the numbers start to die down massively, they'll introduce Rebirth, the world will go round, and everyone will be like, right, Rebirth's back, guys, let's play. And I certainly think that that's a smart thing to do, but it's a shame, but I guarantee 3 to 5 months, Warzone Rebirth for 2.0 Warzone will be back. And up until then, we just got to continue playing the normal Warzone, get prepped. It's definitely an interesting dynamic. I don't know I think I prefer Warzone the original, to be honest, right now. Loadouts are a bit easier, guns and custom classes are a tiny bit easier. This whole backpack thing, it just seems like a bit of a faff. But hey, I'm new to the game. It takes a while to adapt. I'm getting better slowly, but it definitely takes a long time to adapt to this game. Right, like, I just get popped out of nowhere sometimes, and you're like, wow, I just spent 20 minutes playing, which is frustrating. But definitely leave a like, subscribe down below if you enjoyed,